Hey there, Scorpio friends. Welcome to your August 2019 intuitive reading here at Healing Tea Talk. My name is Myra, and if this is your first time coming to my channel, I'm so glad that you guys have decided to stop by. I am looking at the clock because I did your reading, Scorpio. It was almost 40 minutes. It's happened with Virgo too, I think, where I did a whole reading, shuffling and everything. Everything is still laid out, but it didn't record all the way. So I'm not sure what's going on with my equipment. We do have a Mercury retrograde in effect, which is all about communication, and whether that's internet connections or speech communication, whatever, it could be stalled or delayed or whatever. So anyway, I'm keeping an eye on it. If you see me look like I wander a little bit in my eye contact, it's because I'm just watching that timer to make sure it's still going and recording. So, with that being said, Scorpio, if this is your first time watching, thank you so much for stopping by to see what it is that I do and what I'm offering in this YouTube corner of the world. I am an intuitive coach, a life coach, career coach, and am happy to sort of combine all of my life experience and professional practice to consult and to do intuitive readings, which I love to do, Scorpio. So if you have liked, shared, subscribed, and are a part of my Healing Tea family already, thank you guys for your support. And if not, like, share, subscribe, and comment so I can add you to my drawing that I have. Every 100 subscribers, I do a free reading raffle. And the way that I enter you into the drawing is by you commenting and subscribing to my channel. It lets me know you're out there. It lets me know if these messages are resonating. Welcome, cross watchers, by the way. If you are watching this for someone else or um, have someone in your life that you want to see what's going on with your Scorpio, welcome to you as well. Okay, so I will say off the top that this reading is pretty serious. Um, it's not serious like someone's dying serious, but there is a great level of disappointment that you or your significant other are considering. So there are two scenarios going on here. Both are pretty serious, okay? Scorpio, the first scenario, so the core of your reading was the Four of Wands in reverse. Someone was counting on an institution of marriage being set up. This is the marriage card. For those of you who are new to tarot, fours are about structure, stability. The Four of Wands in particular is about marriage. So in the upright, it's, you can look forward to some type of union, stabilizing union, some institution, right? This would be the institution of marriage. In reverse, someone has changed their mind about marriage, which is huge, right? This could also be someone changing their mind about being treated or going into an institution. Um, your crossing energy, Scorpio, was the Nine of Wands. Wands energy is Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. But I think more importantly, this is the wounded warrior. This is someone who has, signifies a devastating loss, Scorpio. So there's someone, if it's not you, it's your person who is wrestling with something. See how there are 8 other wands back here, or rods? And right now they're holding on for dear life. Okay, there's a major issue that has to be looked at. It has to be addressed and dealt with. And so you can't go into the institution of marriage, for example, and have a stable environment without addressing those major issues. For others of you where mental health is part of your emotional health, and I'm getting more emotional, like maybe an anxiety disorder, it could be depression. Um, it's something right now you don't have a grip on. It doesn't mean it's always been that way, but right now you don't have a grip on it, okay? And you can get the help. I feel like the help is accessible to you, Scorpio, if this is you. Um, there is a trustworthy guidance around you. This is one of your guidance cards. trustworthy guidance. I do believe it is this Emperor figure here at the top of your reading. The Emperor is Aries energy, but it is a wise, older person, a person with a world of experience. It's someone who is skilled, trained, has resources, okay? Um, in talking with that person, whoever that is, who has a great uh, compilation of experience and resources, they advise you to get away, okay? To heal, which is your environment. It's being very meditative in this place. It is, for some of you, you don't, you know, if you do go away, I don't want to say it with a stigma attached to it, but if you do decide to go into an institution and get help and spend time healing, it is just that, it's healing, it's meditating, it is getting the help you need. There is an infinite supply, which helps me to know that your needs will be met. If for some reason you're worried about money, how much this treatment will cost, your needs are going to be met. This was one of your guidance cards as well. God is setting an infinite supply. So the resources are out there, Scorpio, for you or your person to get help. Um, some of you are going near water to rejuvenate. Some of you are going to go ahead and take maybe the trip you had booked for your honeymoon. You're going to take that trip like on Sex in the City, and like, I'm going by myself and I need to heal and figure out what the heck went wrong. Where did I go wrong? What warning signs didn't I see? Neptune is retrograde in Pisces until November 27th. Scorpio, what that means for you is, if you were in love with love and not the person or the idea of love, and you're willing to get married at all costs, perhaps you were disillusioned about how serious this was for your person. And so your hopes and fears is winning at all costs. It's like, but I want to get to the finish line, but there are casualties all around you. And so if you're a person who's so dogmatic that it is hard for you to show compassion, then compassion was one of your guidance cards, Scorpio, and that's to be compassionate. It says release judgments about yourself and others, and focus on the love and light that is within everyone, Scorpio. So many of you are being encouraged to show compassion in this scenario, to approach this from a intellectual, clinical standpoint, okay, versus taking it personally or as an emotional blow to your system or your plans. So this is with this king. This is a king who built something on intellect, um, strategy, logic. Okay, but if you notice, his sword is down. So, in my opinion, in this reading, there could be trouble saying what you need to say to someone. How do you tell someone you need to take this time to address an issue like an addiction? The reason I say addiction, for those of you who are wondering, the devil card came up twice in this reading. It showed up in your outcome and it showed up in your recent past. It clarified the King of Pentacles, okay, which is a Capricorn sign. So this card can mean addiction. It can mean just a Capricorn. It can mean overindulging in something. Some of you will handle the situation by becoming a workaholic. With the Two of Pentacles there, though, it's making something hard look easy. And so you could never tell people this is what's going on up under the surface. That in your, this is a function of this. Needing to meditate, regroup, get back on the bandwagon, get help. For some of you, this Emperor is a sponsor. You may need to call your sponsor if you fell off the bandwagon here with this Nine of Wands energy, and they help you get back up and they help you get more stable over the addiction and help you to be able to move back into your normal life is what I'm getting. So for some of you, that is literally what this is. You made plans to do something foundational and you find the need to go back into a more structured, you don't want to go back into a structured environment, but you end up, because you also had the Four of Pentacles, which is being is resisting change, resisting, being conservative in your emotions, conservative with your resources, not maybe having enough or feeling you have enough. Um, but it was a lot of fours, which are about foundational, structural, stable energy. And so that's a goal, right? That the divine wants for you, to have a firm foundation. Um, and there are people around you, Scorpio. If it's not you, the person that's with you needs that. And so compassion at this time is really, really, really important. The other messages that came out for you was love doesn't have to mean near. And so if your person does need to go away or you need to go away, it doesn't stop the love from existing between the two of you. And this card says some are better loved at a distance, for a while anyway, and that's okay. Besides, love doesn't really know the difference. So, loving a person through, sometimes we don't know love is love until we hit a rocky patch or rough waters. So, for some of you, Scorpio, this scenario is. And when when I was doing your shuffle, I was shocked to not see the tower come out in the spread, but it did come out in the shuffle. So sometimes we don't know how sturdy or firm a foundation is until it hits rough waters. So your commitment to your person during a time when they need to go away or you need to go away and recover and heal is a way of testing the relationship, testing its sturdiness and stability, and making sure that it can withstand the test of time. Okay. The other card you got was you have what it takes, Scorpio. It says always follow your heart unless it's been broken. Then you must lead it. So this card is about um, having more of a clinical, intellectual approach to something versus a heart approach, Scorpio, which we know you guys, the water signs, are very emotional. Okay. So when you may have to lead this person into therapy or yourself into therapy um, because it's the right thing to do. And so you may delay your wedding or your event to get someone the help that they need. Okay. It says, P.S. Did you know that hearts are never too big to mend, too small to rebound, or too tired to love again? So even if you discover, let's say you were under the illusion of love, Scorpio, and plowed full steam ahead and didn't want to face the facts that this person is wounded, there's some mental health issues, emotional issues, or you have them, you are that person. Um, and now you're at a point where it's like, I need to get addictive treatment, intervention. Somebody has to come in and help restore balance with this Two of Pentacles here. Okay. Um, you can rebound and love again. It doesn't mean love doesn't live here anymore. It doesn't exist. Your wish can still be fulfilled. Wish fulfillment was at the bottom of the deck as part of your outcome. So your wish can still be fulfilled. It's just sometimes we don't always know the path that we'll have to take to get the wish fulfillment, Scorpio. Okay. And sometimes that path does call for a retreat and a timeout. So, the universe, and in the shuffling, a judgment card came out. So it's like the universe is calling a timeout so people can get the help they need. And that's what retrogrades are all about. It is, Saturn is in retrograde until September 18th. Saturn in retrograde is all about learning life lessons that we didn't want to look at before. Retrogrades are also about people from our past showing up, but it's to teach us a lesson. It's not always a bad lesson. It is karma can be involved, right? So if you've sown crap in the past, you're going to reap crap during a retrograde, perhaps. But sometimes it's just about learning a lesson we didn't learn before, learning a lesson God wants to teach us now. Um, so retrogrades have gotten a bad rap. I'm a optimistic Sag, of course. So I do think that things happen for a reason. It doesn't make it feel good when people say that. I get it. It's like I don't want to hear that shit. I get it. But the truth is, even in my own life, when I've been pissed and mad that something happened and I was disappointed that something didn't go my way, it was because I was glad later. I hate when that happens though. Like I literally went through this with, because you guys have a new moon coming up at the very end, the last day of August. No, that's not you. That's Virgo. Scratch that. But there is a new moon in Virgo, so check your birth or natal chart at cafeastrology.com or AstroSofa to see if that applies to you. But the point is, there was a Cancer moon, a full moon in Cancer, and a total eclipse at the beginning of June that wore me out, and it made me have to face my fears. It made me have to grieve things I didn't want to grieve the loss of a relationship, the loss of a loved one. I've had a lot of change in my life over the last 6 months. And so those things started to come up. So, Scorpio, my point is that when we don't deal with things, they come back later and we have to deal with them, or either we're forced to deal with it. The great thing about in choosing this path or being the leader, saying you being the one to say, time out, let's address these issues, is it will be better. You want whatever you're establishing to be on a firm foundation. And right now, or in August, the foundation isn't firm. So a timeout allows everyone to heal, allows you to know if what you have is really real and sustainable. And once you know that and you get the help you need, or your person does, you can move forward with full assurance and faith that you've done the right thing. It's only fair to yourself that you do that. Okay, so Scorpio, that is the gist of your reading. Also, there was creative project that come out. Um, so there could have been a disappointment to, as it related to a creative project. Maybe there was something that was supposed to be planned, an event, and you were horribly disappointed as well. So something like that could have happened, or two, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo in your life. In any case, though, the end result is still the same: the need to go away, reflect, recover, meditate, build yourself back up, and reemerge. Okay, Scorpio. So it's true, whatever the scenario, the solution is get what you need, whether that is a vacation, whether that is showing yourself compassion, showing compassion to other people, wish fulfillment. That is the path to wish fulfillment. Sometimes when we do readings, we make it seem like it's hocus pocus and that isn't how it happens. It happens through stuff, practical stuff, like getting counseling. See how this person also seems like they're on a couch? Um, but sometimes it's counseling, it's coaching. And these are services that I offer: intuitive coaching, not intuitive coaching, life coaching, counseling, helping people devise strategies, giving you, filling in the blanks that you don't hear sometimes in your on readings on YouTube, right? Because it's too much detail or whatever. But coming up with strategies to get you to the end goal that you have in mind. Now, I am not a psychiatrist or a psychologist, so if you need medical attention, those are things you should seek out. But if you need someone to hold you accountable, someone with professional experience, though, with coaching, career coaching, developing a strategy, walking you through steps, giving you strategies, help, we can start that relationship for $11.22. I'm running a special this month, which is so, it's a break. Am I worth more than that? Absolutely. Are you worth more than that? Absolutely. But it is, I was so pressed when I saw so many planets in retrograde, especially Chiron is retrograde in Aries, which is the sacred healer. It just, I felt very impressed to offer an accessible extension of my services for people, because I felt like it was really going to be needed. Um, and people were going to have a need to talk to someone, but it couldn't break their pocketbooks and it couldn't break the bank. And I'm out here on a leap of faith, trusting God myself. So the point is, I'm available, and you need help. or assistance or coaching. And so when we put our superpowers together, we both win. And that's how life is supposed to work. We're supposed to be interdependent, not codependent, right? So, anyway, Scorpio, I'm going to end it here. Um, all of the information will be in the description box below. Please comment, like, subscribe, tell your friends. Um, I am here for that very reason. I have a service called Let Me Run This By You, which is not intuitive at all. It really is like empathic listening, where I sort of, not sort of, I listen to what you have to say and reflect back to you what you said so you can hear it. But then we come up with strategies like, is this the next thing that you should do? Um, and we look at some practical steps. So even though I'm a Sag, I am a Capricorn moon, which I default to order when there's chaos. Order is important to me. To me, there is a way, there is a strategy, there's a plan to your leap of faith so you don't fall and hit the ground. Okay, so I don't want to see anybody injure themselves following their dreams. Let's create a plan with as little risk of hurt and harm as possible. Okay, so with that said, Scorpio, I love you guys dearly. Have a fantastic August 2019. Take advantage of the Leo Sun special, inner healing special, and I will talk to you guys soon. God bless.